we do have in the bottom left of ley lines Percival, and in the top right we do have Mute. Mute being a Peruvian player, and apparently he played the KSL on the Korean server. Now I think on NA, the two of them hit each other, and I want to say Mute won that. I can't remember exactly, but I think Mute won that 2-0. And they played quite some epic games. Pretty sure they did play. I'm pretty sure they did play. I have to double check, but we can do a quick check here. Head to head, Percival against Mute. Run query, all games. Okay, so apparently Percival did win that in Pigosaur Monday number 16. For some reason I remembered this incorrectly then, I guess. Maybe there was a different one I'm thinking of. Yeah, it was a more recent one, pretty sure. This is not the one. Oh. There. 25 is not up yet. 22. We lost to Bunny. 21. We had Mute somewhere. Mute playing against Bunny. I think that might be the one. 21. Pigosaur 21. Let's do a quick check actually. This might not be in the query because it was a too low round. No. Percival did not play that, apparently. There we go. So maybe I'm misremembering, but they had, I'm pretty sure they had some epic matches. So far so good though. Let's take a look at this actual game here. We do see a Sentry against a Reaper. That's a weird engagement these days, but two Reapers are going to be able to pick off the Sentry. We do have a Stalker though joining the fray. Still needs to be careful with that Sentry. It can die rather quickly here to a combination of Reaper Hellion, even though the Hellion does not deal that bonus damage anymore. It's still a low health unit. If we look at this, it's only 80 HP in total. It's half of a Stalker basically. The Sentries are quite flimsy. Basically two probes. It's trying to go for the Sentry. The Sentry is throwing down a Guardian Shield there to boost his defenses. And what it does basically is it gives you 2 reduced damage, right? It gives you 2 armor. And it has 1 base armor, so it's up to 3 armor. Now, Hellion is gonna get repaired. And Percival is going into Widowmine drop. Oh, I see black for you, as we say in Germany. That could be a big oof here to Mute. But Mute has been getting better in these scenarios. I wonder what he's planning to do with the Twilight being so fast here for that Phoenix follow-up. I mean, the Phoenixes are going to be amazing against the Widowmine drop, which he probably saw. He doesn't exactly know where it's coming from, and he doesn't know the timing, but he saw what's going on here. He saw the production. Now, is he gonna be able to defend this? Percival is gonna boost in here. 2 Phoenixes are in position. They can double lift those Widow Mines, but Marines are gonna drop as well. He's gonna lift the first Widow Mine, second one gets a good shot. Marines are gonna kill the Phoenix here, so the Widow Mine does survive. The Phoenix still does survive though as well. Marines dealing a great deal of damage here. I think we did see... did the Reapers come in? Maybe they did. Oh my god, if he can kill the Sentry, that's amazing. He does pick up that Widow Mine. Please get out with a Medivac here. He's gonna lose everything, unfortunately. But a good trade, 7. 7 workers and a sentry. I feel like this is still a formidable trait. Oh, I guess he just lost the Hellion Reaper though in the entrance there. So in the end, I don't actually know. I feel like, I mean, 5 workers, 7 workers is quite nice. But it feels like committing all the units there was actually not that terrible for Mute in the end. Percival is setting up his defenses here. He's going into his +1. And he'll probably go into a little bit of a Marauder heavy composition rather soon. And fortunately, he's supply block right now. He has 2 supply depots about to finish up, but a tiny bit late there. Mute is going into a third base. So, excuse me, Mute likes to be extremely greedy. That's what I've gathered from his play. Whenever there's no pressure on him, he just plays super greedy. He plays unit light and just throws down like 2 extra Nexi or something. And then he throws down the production, and then he throws down extra tech. He can be super enormous greedy. This game he's playing it rather safe, which is kind of interesting to see. There's not that big of a tech switch coming in yet. We do see the Colossus finally coming in now. I think he got charge, so we don't have blink. And he has the Phoenix to deal with the Medivacs. That's why he doesn't need blink. But if he loses all the Phoenixes, drops again would be very tough to deal with from the Protoss side of things here. He's gonna come in with a Phoenix, but doesn't really find an opening here. There's Marines. There's no turret in this mineral line. Like having a turret down here might be a nice addition. Now we're looking at a 5 racks production at this point. Should probably start thinking about making a few Marauders soon here, mixing those in. And Percival is about to start his push. Oh my god, he loses the Raven. That was a great snipe there. Doesn't even lose one of the Phoenix. Whoa, pretty well done here. And that allows him to completely monitor this army. Unless Percival commits for a scan, which he of course doesn't. Now he sees a few Marines are going to the down to the south side, but his Phoenix are already too low. Oh, he sees the SCVs coming from the line. Off the line. He's gonna kill one. Oh, he's gonna lose all the Phoenix. I don't know about this. He keeps it alive. 1 HP, who would have thought? Now Marine and SCV Congo line is gonna hit the field here. No Colossus as of yet. I'm gonna have a quick check here, but yeah, Phoenix Colossi without Colossi is no Phoenix Colossi. And without the Phoenix, you're also pretty limited, I'd say. We have 4 tanks, we have a bunch of SCVs. We're gonna rally in here. Should probably set up a few bunkers, but I think the writings on the wall here, Mute. If you can break this one, you have to do it now. I don't think it's gonna happen though. All of the army is gonna disappear here. Shield battery is trying to dam this, but it's just too much. Mute lacked the AoE there, was unfortunately not able to pull off the timing. And Percival is just gonna destroy him. 2 base push, there we go. Pretty solid execution here. Let's get to the second game. It's gonna be El Dorado. Okay, there we go. See, I found the tournament. FML. There we go. Okay, guys, we're back. I found the series I was looking for between these two. It was Pigosaur number 20, and it was in an early round. So Percival did in the first round lose to Mute 2-0, and that does not run through Liquipedia because they only capture from the round of 16, I think. So this game is basically off the books. It's in a different data pool. You have to go deep dive here and check the actual challenge tournament tree there from that tournament. But it is there, and Mute did able to, or yeah, was able to beat Percival there in that game. Now, can he do it again here? Already 1-0 up is Percival. It seems like Percival is actually doing better against Mute than Mute is doing against Percival, but I'm pretty sure I have seen the games, I've casted the games, and they were quite long games, and it always came down to the point, if it went into a macro game, Mute had the better end here of things. So I'll have to wait and see how this is gonna fare here. Factory on the way, so again an early factory opening here from our Terran player. You see the Nexus going up, and the cybernetic score, of course, and nothing really out of the ordinary here for Mute. Is he gonna mine out a mineral patch? Doesn't seem like that's the case. Where's this thing rallied? I guess back at home. Into the gas. Reaper wants to get that, and this guy wants to get into the gas. Oh, I think he's dead. I think he got him. Oh boy. Oh boy, he gets the first Reaper. That's a big blow actually, because this, I mean, it didn't really do much, this early force, but it's a big blow. The potential for damage is reduced quite heavily here. Now, can he get the Adept? I don't think so. There's gonna be a second Adept joining in, and Percival only now notices this. He's definitely gonna lose one of the units here. Oh, can he save the heli? Great save there. I think it would have been safe anyways, but he might lose the SCV building there. Oh, actually, Mute missing there a shot going onto that command center. And he did see the repair, and one of these SCVs is gonna go ahead and heal up or build the command center. The Hellion is all repaired up. Adept trying to come in and shade out, but he's probably not gonna find anything here. Warp gate about to finish up here, of course. Robotics facility on the way, and Blink, of course, as well. Another extra gate here. Very funny looking base layout, I have to say. Now Reaper's trying to get ahead and get a scout across the map. He will not see these double Adept move out. That's a little bit unfortunate. We're going into Cloaked Banshees, by the way. This could be an issue for Mute. He's gonna have observers to himself, he's gonna have blink stalkers, but you never know if things are in position. Now one probe is gonna fall already here to the Reaper. Can he get another one? That's a nice start. And the Adepts came back as well. Now this has not been seen. This was the factory, by the way, going down there. And the Cloaked Banshee is done, the first one. It's not cloaked yet though, but Hellion is walking like he's having a drive, you know? He's just having a drive through the whole map. He's just driving and driving. This is Mad Max, you know, when they were like on that long drive through the frickin' desert. Now if Mute keeps this observer at home, he's kind of godlike, because that will enable him to shoot down the double Banshee quite easily. Let's see if I'm gonna see the Banshees. I don't think so. The Banshees are already moving out down here. Hellion made it for some reason in and it's gonna kill 3? Can he get one more shot? No, unfortunately. Only kills 2, but he that was so much of it. How does he know? Where's the observer though? All the stalkers are here. This could be an easy defense. As soon as the observer comes in. But he's gonna lose 10 probes in total here. I mean, a couple were from the Hellion before, and it's only 8 for the double Banshee. A couple stalkers are trapped now. They have 3 stalkers trapped, this is insane. Finally he gets out. The Banshee does find a spot where it can safely chill out for the moment. And Mute is gonna take a 3rd base, by the way. What's this scene actually? Yeah, he scouted the Nexus. So quite good damage there for these Banshees, I have to say. 12 probes, 1 Hellion, 2 Reapers, and the Banshee. Yeah, that's where you like to live, you know, as the Terran. He's gonna sell the bunker. He's gonna potentially push the issue now. I'm not sure about this. He just has the lead right now. Like, he has the worker lead right now. But for this to pay off a little bit. Oh, he's not gonna push. Okay, so he's just gonna move out a little bit. He's gonna take a forward position here. He has no detection for this guy, by the way. And that's about all. Now, Stalkers could blink in. I don't think you have something to generate vision over here. He needs to get the observer from here or the one from his base, but that's gonna take a while. He didn't bring it now with the Stalker group. Can you blink over there? I guess you can. And then he's just gonna walk into a bunch of Marines. He's gonna snipe a Widow Mine. He snipes a few Marines, loses a Stalker. The Widow Mine should probably... It should just burrow over here. That's like the move, you know. When you blink on top of the Widow Mines and they immediately shoot and you have no way out. You borrow like 3 mines there. Oh, that's the anti-blink frick. Oh, man. You burrow a mine here, here, and here. And then they come and blink in. Or you burn them here, here, and here. And you just frickin' shoot the hell out of them. They have no way out. Not even recall is gonna save them. Now, double drop coming in, and this is again unscouted. I'm not sure if you really want to commit into the main base. I guess it's the correct move because there's nothing really sitting here at the main base. Percival is moving out. This is looking really good here for Percival. He does have stim. He's gonna snipe a Zealot that was warping in. Very quick evacuation, but he's gonna snipe a robotics bay. That's a crucial tech piece here. For Mute, he has been relying on. Now the drop is gonna go into the 3rd base, but the Stalkers are gonna be there. They're gonna snipe a full Medivac here. And yeah, 1 group of Marines does get out, but we do see the frontal push. How's Mute gonna be able to stop this? Is he gonna be able to stop this? He has a big army. He's gonna come in now with the Colossi. He does have the Stalkers. He does have a bunch of Zealots. Some friendly fire could do the trick here from those AoE units. And actually, the bio is not that big in number. We do see another couple of Medivacs reinforced. That's not what you need here. Too many Zealots. Not enough to counter those. And in the end, Mute does stay strong here. But he did lose a bunch of workers. Again, he did lose some crucial tech. And yeah, of course some units. He has to restart Robo from the Robo facility, basically. That's quite insane. This pylon is gonna die as well. He's then gonna cut off this area for some reason. I'm not sure about this part. I would love to see him take this out, because now he cuts himself off from harassing this base as well. That's weird. It's probably a rock that Mute also wanted to collapse, because he's going for that gold base down here. Now, if he can establish the gold base, there's a potential way back into this game. Just put in the gateways and put in some zealots, you know. And the zealot printer. He's going again into the robotics facility, finally adding also the Templar archives here. This observer still monitoring the whole movement. A couple of Vikings. Not sure what they tried to do. They could deal a good amount of damage. We do see a little bit of poking, but these small armies, they're not going to be able to win a fight here against Mute up a ramp and in a defensive choky position. No, 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 no. That's not how this works, Percival. He's thrown down a 4th command center. Did he see the base down here? I don't think he has. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, Forge number 2 here, already chrono boosting out the second damage upgrade. We do see +2 on the way here for Percival and +1 armor about to finish up. I hope he's gonna remember +2 armor here. Yep, very on point. Throwing down a couple more barracks. Actually make it 3 barracks at the Ghost Academy. This is mined out now, so he can't freely roam into this area. We do see Mute actually going for this other gold base as well. He does have this gold now, he needs to rebalance the economy though. They don't do this on their own, if you have all of them stacked up. Oh, he sees it. He sees it. Now this is dangerous though. Mute also knows this. Mute knew the army movement over here, and yeah, this is dangerous. But you can, this is only 1 Colossus, you can snipe that Colossi. And it's 1-1 against 1-1, I think. You can take this fight here as Mute, as Percival. He's gonna cut off the rocks here. And now he's gonna shoot from the high ground. He's gonna drop a few units in, immediately trying to kill these rocks here, Mute. And in the meantime, Percival is gonna jump on the army. He could have had a free pick on top of the Nexus. He's gonna kind of free pick that Colossi, which is also a nice kill. Can he kill the Nexus down here? Just focus on the Nexus with these guys. He's gonna shoot another Colossi, man. Percival is looking great. He's gonna kill the Nexus down there at the gold base. He's gonna kill the Colossi, but he loses most of the bio. Unfortunately here in the north, oh my god, he loses so much of his units there. And, ooh, this is an opportunity here for Mute to do some big counter damage. Unfortunately, he just hit before his +2. It might have been done during the fight. Mute just has such a big army, it's insane. 124 supply army. It's up in army supply. Very uncommon here. And we do see the ghost come out now. It's gonna throw down a couple EMPs. He has 1 more EMP. He needs to EMP the Zealots. The Zealots are basically what is killing him, really. He doesn't have the greatest DPS against the Zealots. See that Marauder? He even turned and shot down a Stalker that blinked after him. Because he's a Marauder, man. They don't care. Now Mute is just retaking this gold, and he took this gold over here, so he's gonna be quite fine income-wise. The 1 base actually doesn't really matter that much for him that he lost. I feel like if 2 bases were sniped there, that would have been a big dent into Mute's gears here. Now again, the Zealots are quite tanky, already +2 armor on those guys. And this is a choke, but finally a nice EMP on top of the Zealots. Can he kill them though? The ghosts are gonna fall here. Does he have another EMP on this ghost? He does have. He should definitely use it against the Stalkers or anything. He's gonna keep it for now. But Percival, I mean, he's setting up a 5th base. If he can keep his growth, it should be fine. But it feels like he cannot win these fights for some reason. He just doesn't win the fights here. Even though there isn't really that much of AoE. I mean, there's 1 Colossi, he has 1 kill, so he didn't contribute that much. Do we miss concussive shards? No, he does have concussive shards. Why did the Zealots still be so... Why are they so speedy? It's insane. Now, he did scan over his army and he's gonna drop a couple of medivacs over, but Mute, of course, knows this is likely to be a new move, or a move here from Percival, so he's already sending out a Zealot for some vision down there, and yeah, this has been found, so it has to run away. He's even gonna drop out these units since he has to trade them now. If he would have made it over there, man, he could have saved all of them. Unfortunately, Percival again losing a bunch of units kind of for free, and we see this starting to reflect a little bit. Even though this is a Zealot heavy composition, he has been trading a tiny bit more efficiently here. Loses the War Prism though, great snipe, reducing the micro potential from that army, and he needs to fight these Colossi with the Vikings, and then he needs to land those Vikings. That's so much of his supply, which is kind of just fighting Colossi. There we go, finally landing those. He's not shooting at the Stalkers, which is a big mistake. Actually needs to kind of target fire the Stalkers, shift click a few of them. And then those Vikings do wreak havoc, because they're kind of like mini immortals, man. Look at that guy. Look at the guy shooting down the immortal. Bam! Now the Zealots come in though. Planetary is gonna fall. That's a great kill here by Mute. And Percival is struggling to reinforce this position. He is struggling to stay safe. The Vikings do have +2 at this point, which is actually making them hit like a truck against mechanical units. But the Zealots, that's the big issue. The Zealots, they just don't die fast enough. Doesn't have enough anti-Zealot power here in this army. He even shoots his own engineering bay because he's unsatisfied with what the weapon upgrades do provide him. Still should be able to hold this one, but this is an inch from snowballing here, literally. Can he snipe the warp prism before the warp does get through? He does. He has another group of SCVs coming in. They're actually gonna run into the Zealots. Needs to be careful, doesn't want to splash on top of his own guys here. He's gonna land another command center he made there at the 5th base, so he's fine. He's fine, but he got pushed to the very edge. I mean, both players did that to each other, so we have this very, very similar supply still. But Mute does have the extra base up behind this already. He has double gold base working still. He needs to rebalance this. Come on, Mute. This is not there. He has 1.5 gold base mining and 1 extra patch. And he's just printing Zealots. I mean, look at this. 12 gates. You can print a lot of Zealots. 3 Robos. You can print a lot of those Immortals and Colossi. Zealot try to be warped in for some vision, but this might be a swift snipe on the probes at least. He's gonna get a bunch of them. 10 probes is gonna be nice. Only Zealots for the reinforce. Could have actually tried to kill those. He's gonna pick up the last Marine here. And we do see another command center floating over here. He's gonna make another planetary. He does not have an abundance of orbitals, so we're not looking at like 10 orbitals or something. He does have 3 planetaries. No extra orbitals. So yeah, I really like when you get like a couple extra to drop extra mules, drop extra scans whenever you need something to peak. Now there's still a lot of mining going on inside the main base, so this is actually a nice target here, but very fast pull here by Mute. He does not have the recall since he did recall, and he is... I don't know why he's not warping in any units. He has the money, but he's just gonna say, alright, let's counter push this. You have a double drop inside my base, there's an opening. And we do see, oh my god, this is such a spread out fight. So the 2 Colossi on the right are gonna fall, but in the meantime, the base on the left also did fall. And if Percival can stabilize this, I think he has good cards in the hand here. But he needs to still kill these guys. He does not have, he should have an MP very soon here on one of these ghosts to basically just delete the Archons. I think the drop was dealt with in the main base. And there we go, he's gonna throw down the first EMP, the second EMP, gonna hit these Archons. Nice pickoffs there, and he's gonna kill most of the guys over here. Mute still has a big production running behind this, and he killed another base from Percival. That's the big issue. Percival has to make another command center over here to retake that position, and he's struggling to remake his army right now. He's struggling in income. That's why I feel like the mules are so necessary. The extra mules, a couple extra command centers to get them going. Now we could see some friendly fire. Are we gonna see some big splash on the Zealots? We are. Indeed, another mine is gonna get a very nice connection here. But in the end, this army has to be evacuated. It's gonna drop across. He loses a medevac half full of units, but he does kill all of these stalkers because they're committed now. Oh no, the Warp Prism comes in for a save here. Very well done by Mute. And Mute is starting to run low on these gold bases. He needs to aggressively expand again. Percival does not need to be out here. He does not need to fight in an area, oh my god, those Widow Mines, where there's nothing to gain and there's nothing to defend. He does not have any buildings that help him block these Zealots. He does always try to go for the Colossi there, but it runs into the Zealots there, shrugs against them, and just eats too much damage here. Mute is barely gonna win this game. Oh boy. Very, very close indeed. So we do have a game number 3. It is gonna be at Holm. And we go into this one here very quickly. In the top right, it is Percival. In the bottom left, it is Mute, just barely edging out a win for himself there in the last game. But this is on the Korean server, so don't forget, Percival has like the optimal ping, and Mute is playing from Peru. I'm not sure how good of a connection there is from Peru to Korea. So yeah, I can only assume he's playing with quite a bit of ping. Double refinery opening again here, double gas for Percival. Quite standard. It's going to be harassment oriented, but also does provide a lot of defensive capabilities there against those blink stoke openings, which are actually not that popular anymore. The fast blink 3 gate, which is very committed and just precious. It doesn't really happen that much. The Terran, the meta has kind of shifted. The Terrans are all playing 2 gas openings, so your blink aggressions just run into a wall of siege tanks and buildings and just don't deal that much. So people have kind of stopped being aggressive with the blink stalkers again. This is a funny shift in the meta, and we just have to wait and see until the Terrans do get greedy again and play a different style. 1 Rex expands, or like a faster 3rd CC, something like that. First Scouting Reaper is gonna go across the map here. And we're not making another one. He's actually creating a reactor there with the barracks. So there's only 1 Reaper for now, which is a novelty. He used to make that double Reaper 1 Hellion opening for now, and yeah, he doesn't have it this time. He does find out about this Phoenix Scout. He's gonna throw down the natural base in his main, and he's immediately going into marine production. So this could be several things, of course, but this could be a higher marine count into the mid game and try to make a mid game push on 2 bases. He's gonna kill the probe here. Oh, is he gonna kill the probe though? And he keeps the Reaper until he gets shot by the Stalker. Sentry tried so hard to save that Reaper, man. And sorry, and now it's trying so hard to mine minerals. He was trying so hard to kill the Reaper and save the probe. It's insane. In the end, there's no confirmation on the tech. And remember, we had a Stargate opening for Mute in the first game. But in the end, it's not that big of a deal, since this is only the blink opening here for Mute. Nothing really out of the ordinary, but we do see actually a Cyclone on the way, because maybe... I guess he wants to drop this one. He's going into Widow Mines after this, so I'm not sure about the Cyclone and it being dropped. He's moving out with a couple of Marines, trying to scout for any adepts or probes that might be across the map. And these are just gonna walk into the natural, it seems like. We do see a Widow Mine, a Cyclone, and 2 Marines inside the medevac. Now Liberator is gonna follow this up, but the Liberator is gonna be disjointed with this from this force. And there's no blink yet, so the Cyclone is actually quite powerful here. Oh, he does break the lock-on by himself. He does get a connection on the Widow Mine with those Stalkers, meaning he kills a Stalker there. That's a great pick already for the Widow Mine. Good trade on that one. If he can now just kill as many Stalkers as possible here. He does not pick up, unfortunately, and he also loses the double Marine over here. We see the blood still there from the guys. In total, it's 6 probes dead now at this point, and a Stalker. The Stalker makes this kind of worthwhile. He's gonna try to drop in again. He's gonna set up the Liberator. What are you gonna do though with the double marine drop? And Liberator's gonna come in and it's gonna evacuate immediately. A very nice pull. So no damage being dealt whatsoever. Can get maybe a shot onto a Stalker, but does not break the shields. Percival is looking okay in his defense. He's not down in workers. He's down in army supply, but that's kind of to be expected at this stage. And he's throwing down extra infrastructure, extra economy. So he's looking solid. Meanwhile, in Percival town, going into stim, going into combat shields here very soon. He's lacking the gas actually. The Liberator is still chilling down there. He has a Raven. Okay, that's interesting. He's going to throw down an Auditor into the transferring probes here. The probes are not being pulled, so quite some nice damage here. It's going to kill 3 probes there. The Liberator also edging in a little bit here, but he is going to be exposed to a lot of Stalker damage. We still have the medevac here. You should probably load in a couple more Marines into this guy, which is still waiting there. Just walk them across the map. Raven trying to come in into the main base, but does not have the Auditor ready yet. Does not commit as deep, since Stalkers were already in position. Medevac going back home. Percival wants to probably use that with his push. He's going into double 5 barracks here. 3 to 5 barracks. 2 extra ones. Now another auto turret here is being target fired on top of those probes. Could potentially kill the Stalker. This is so funny. Then the Raven is going back home. And if the Raven can help pick off this observer, that would be a very great time here for Percival. But, I mean, Mute is still gonna see the push out, so it doesn't really matter at this point. He's gonna monitor this. He sees, he should know that there's gonna be an SCV pull with this. It's basically the same push as in game number 1. There we go. The boys are coming. And he needs the Colossi, but it feels like he's again too late to his AoE. He does not have the AoE, he only has a bunch of Zealots. He's not delaying this with the Blink Stalkers like he should be. He's not across the map. One Liberator is keeping all the Blink Stalkers back at home. And in the end, yeah, Percival already signaling his attack by shooting those rocks, saying, hey, I'm here. Where are you? He's gonna throw down a bunker. He might. Doesn't need to. He doesn't have the Raven. Should probably drop an anti-armor missile. He doesn't have the energy. Now he does. He's gonna go for it. And that's a great one on all of these Zealots here. He's gonna free kill this base. He could move the SCVs back if he wanted to, or he could just kill Mute here. I think Mute is gonna not have a good time engaging into these 5 tanks. That much bio. Percival does lose most of the SCVs at this point. But it doesn't matter because the army is still alive. Mute is gonna GG here. Percival takes the series 2-1. Quite nice.